Stronger Marriage Podcast with Trey and Lee. On this podcast, you'll hear real topics about real life that cover everything from married sex to raising kids to loving your spouse so much that you're willing to forgive them for occasionally being the most annoying person in the world. Trey and Lee have raised 4 boys, been married over 30 years, and somehow still really like each other. And now, live from the metropolis of Childress, Texas, a place so flat you can watch your dog run away for 3 days. Here are your hosts for the Stronger Marriage Podcast, Trey and Lee Morgan.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello, hello. We are a day behind, but we are here.
Glad you've joined us. We love podcasting, and we're running a little late this week, and we're sorry about that, but we got a fun episode today. I'm excited about it. We are talking about flirting, one of the healthy things you can do in your marriage, and it does not matter if you've been married for a month or 32 years. You should still be doing a little flirting in your marriage, because that's healthy for your marriage.
That's right.
Roommates don't flirt, but soulmates do. It is just a sign of intimacy. And so we're going to be talking flirting today. Do we have any announcements to start things off?
I can't think of a thing.
Kentucky was fun. We went to Kentucky for a workshop.
It was a lot
Met
of fun. Some
wonderful folks. If you were at the Kentucky workshop, we are honored you came. We had a good crowd. We hope you did your 5 days couples challenge that we sent you home with, your homework, and got all 5 days of that done. We know that you were blessed by that. And we're looking at Tennessee coming up next.
Murfreesboro in 2 weeks?
No, well,
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Okay.
Yep. Look on our website, like the 19th and 20th, somewhere in there.
Right, that's right.
But it's coming up, and it's going to be awesome. It's already packed. We have been amazed at how many people have signed up and registered. We are bringing our new workbooks.
Yes,
that is new.
Yes, we tried those out during our getaway weekend. Actually published some little our workbooks on Amazon, so they're in an actual published book form.
Yeah, so we have an actual book that we're bringing that you'll fill out. Not anything that's been run off on a copy machine. Is very nice, and you're going to be the first to get those in Murfreesboro, and we're excited about that. The new updated.
Yes, it'll just be a little bit more of a keepable resource rather than just pages run off on a copy machine that you're tempted to throw away. That's right. You can stick it on a bookshelf and refer to it every once in a while. If you were
at the getaway weekend, you got to use these for the first time. So we're excited about them. This is something new we've introduced to our workshop. And man, if you can come to our workshop, look on our website, find out where we're going to be, make the trip. It'll be worth it. Come spend the weekend, man. Come find some sitters, get a hotel room, and spend a weekend with us.
Yes, it is worth it. It's fun. It'll bless your marriage.
That's right. So here's a myth. Courtship is only for the early years of marriage.
Yes, and I looked up the actual word courtship because, people might say, well, what's the difference between courtship and dating? And so the actual definition, if you're a definition kind of person, courtship is a period during which a couple develop a romantic relationship. And so, yes, you do that while you're dating and when you're getting serious about getting married, but you don't ever want to stop developing your romantic relationship, right?
That's right. You don't ever want to stop that. It should not end a few months into marriage. We talk about this in our workshops. Your relationship, one of the worst things you can do is have a cable company mentality. Mm-hmm. And that's where you offer everything. You go, hey, if you'll marry me, I can do this and this and this and this and this. And then a few months into marriage, few years into marriage, you are like, what is the minimum I have to do? That's what cable companies do. What is the minimum I have to do to keep you? We don't want to put any extra work into you. And that is unhealthy. You want to continue to send the flowers, flirt, hold hands, touch, text love notes, brag on one another, dress up for each other. Those are all things you did pre-marriage, and you should be still doing post-marriage.
That's right. Yes, keep developing that romantic relationship. Romance is important. Romance and flirting go hand in hand. We've talked about love languages. Know your spouse's love language. That will help you know how to flirt and how to be romantic in the ways that will mean the most to them.
right.
And if you're not familiar, if you've listened to our podcasts or gone to our workshop or read our books, we talk about love languages, and so you're familiar with them. But if you're not and you're new to listening to us, just real quickly, the 5 love languages are touch, praise, I'm going to forget, acts of service, gift giving, and quality time.
You nailed them.
Okay? So those are 5 specific ways that you want to be romantic and that you can flirt.
That's
and
right.
so we're going to go through, we're just going to give you a bunch of ideas.
Sure.
And they're going to touch on all of those love languages. But
things that you can do, things that we've done,
Yes.
things that are fun.
Yes.
Just some stuff that will be, if you want to keep the spark alive, here's some things you can do, whether you're the husband or you're the wife. Some things you can do. And one of the things you can do is ask your spouse, what are some things that I do that are flirty or romantic that you like? That's always a healthy thing.
That's right.
But we're just going to give you, man, I don't know, if you're driving, I know you can't take notes, but try to remember some of these, okay?
Yeah,
so
you just always want to make sure that your spouse knows that you still desire them.
Yeah.
That, that's so important.
find a way to show them that you love them
Yes.
every day, maybe a different way.
Yes.
So let's knock off a whole bunch of these, and let's just talk about some things that you can do that can show your spouse you love them, that can be a little flirty. And we're going to start in the bathroom, okay? Because that's where we used to start to do it.
Yeah.
And basically, the point is, what we want to say, one way to flirt is to leave your spouse a note on the mirror in the bathroom. Now, we started with, in wintertime, I got to noticing that the mirror would fog up in the bathroom when I got out of the shower, and then after it kind of cooled off, it would be gone. Well, I learned I could write you a note in the steam of the mirror, and it would disappear after the steam left the bathroom, and the note would disappear. But when you got in the shower and the bathroom steamed back up, that note would appear on the mirror for you. And I learned I could send you secret messages. And so I started writing flirty little messages to you on the mirror in the steam of the mirror. And so you might want to do that. Now, now, you may be one of those that go, I don't want you to mess my mirror
That's
up.
right.
And so you might want to use a Post-it note.
That's right. Because that kind of goes along. We moved on to the little mirror markers.
Yes, you bought mirror markers.
And we would use those. But then people said, "Don't you dare write on my mirror that I'm going to have to clean."
Yeah.
We've heard people say that. So if you're one that doesn't want to do the extra cleaning, then sticky notes are great for that.
I always liked the ones that I knew that were a little on the spicy side, because I would notice the next time I got back in the shower, you would have rubbed it out, because you never knew if one of your kids was going to come climb
Just
in a shower
case.
and use the bathroom and go, whoa, what is that on the mirror? So that always I always knew I'd done well when I could see that you had rubbed out the thing. Now, you can leave a cute little flirty note. You can just a heart, I love you. Leave a Bible verse. There are times we leave Bible verses on the mirror for one another. And so you can just leave a note for them to find in the bathroom mirror, or just any unexpected place, by the coffee pot,
In their lunch box, if you pack their lunch, or even if they pack their own lunch and they leave their lunch box sitting
Sneak
somewhere,
one
you put a little note in there, put it in their underwear drawer, or in their car. When they get in their car, they're going to see it when they get in there. Just fun places.
Yeah, hide some notes, let them find them, and that will be neat. Leave them an unexpected note in a fun place.
We've even heard of people that have mailed like cards or something to their spouse's workplace.
I love that.
Yes.
That is pretty awesome. So, yeah, that's a good way to spice things up. Another thing that can be very flirty and very fun are random acts of kindness. Now, this doesn't mean I did the laundry today or I unloaded the dishwasher, unless you're the one that does the dishwasher all the time and I came in and unloaded it. But it's fixing your spouse their coffee, a random act, something they don't generally do. It's bringing your spouse breakfast in bed, fixing their lunch, or fixing them something special, maybe a piece of cake in their lunchbox, something like that.
Filling my car up with gas.
Yeah, you always like
Yes,
that,
I do.
filling your car up with gas. Just tender acts of love show gratitude, helping put away the laundry, or saying, let me fold this load, or whatever it is. I know that's kind of your love language. One of your love languages,
Yes.
me doing random acts of love around the house, running a vacuum, unloading a dishwasher, and things along those lines. And our story we always tell that kind of cracks folks up, and did me too for a while, is men and women see flirting and romance differently. Because I asked you one time, what's something that I do that you find romantic? And you said immediately, you fill up my car with gas. And I remember, because when I'm thinking romance, I'm thinking sex. And you're thinking filling your car up with gas. And I was so caught off, and I said, wait, that has nothing to do with sex. And your response was, it is, you just don't realize it.
Right.
Yeah, so you need to find what it is your spouse thinks is romantic. Find little ways to serve them. Those are good things to do.
Yes. The next thing you can do is create a romantic coupon.
Yeah, now I like these. You've done these for me before.
Yes.
And these are fun. You've done them for Valentine's Day, anniversary, sometimes just random. And they may be little coupons that go, this is good for a whatever it is. Good for it can be a romantic one, it can be a little sexy one, or it can just be hey, this is date night, I'll pick where we're going to eat and do all the planning. But little coupons are great. Maybe if you're a husband and you just kind of don't know what to do sometimes, maybe make a little coupon and go, this is good for a night out, I'll plan the date.
That's right.
And you give that to your wife and let her redeem when she wants to.
Yeah. And if you're not creative and don't want to make your own, you don't have to be creative. I mean, you can do these on sticky notes if you want to. But if you would rather, you can purchase couples coupon books. They're out there. Get on Amazon and type in couples coupon books, and there's 2 or 3 different ones that we know of that we've actually used for giveaways and things that are just fun. Little coupon books. You can actually tear the coupon out, give it to your spouse. You can give them the whole coupon book, put it in their stocking at Christmas or something. That's kind of fun. Or good anniversary or Valentine gift or birthday gift. But yeah, coupons are fun.
Coupons are fun. Yeah, look for a little spicy. Oh my goodness, I just went blank. The Dating Divas. They're on Instagram, friends of ours, and social media with us. They have lots of coupons you can purchase. That they have just really cute things you can purchase and on their website, and either print those off or they'll mail you some.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
Another way that you can flirt or kind of put a little spark in there is talking your spouse up in front of others.
Oh, yeah.
You might mention to your kids while your spouse is listening what a great mama they have or what a great dad they have. Did you know how blessed you are to have just the best dad in the world? Or did you know your mom is the best cook in the world or the best mama in the world? Whatever it is. Those are just all healthy things. And so, anytime you can brag about your spouse in front of others, you've done that. You're pretty good at that. There are times where I've caught you saying something sweet about me in a group, and man, I just kind of want to float out of the room. It's like, wow, she said that.
Build each other up. Do that often, but make sure you do it in front of other people on a regular basis as well. That is a good boost to the self-esteem.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes.
It really is. We got a bunch more. Let's keep going. Give your spouse a kiss in a random place. Now, I'm not talking location on their body. I'm talking about, it came out wrong.
I mean, you can.
You can do that if you want to. Give your spouse a random kiss on the location on their body, but in a location of like at the mall, in a store, at a stoplight. Those are all healthy places. And I'm trying to think, I can't even remember where it was, but I caught, that's my alarm. I'm sorry about that. I caught you the other day, and I can't remember where it was that I right in public, and I thought, I'm going to sneak a kiss right here, and did. And thought that was about the funnest thing I had done in a long time. And I can't even remember where we were.
I can't remember either.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe it was at one of our workshops during a break or something.
Maybe it was. I just thought, hey, we're kind of alone and nobody's looking. Give me a kiss. And so we need to do better at this, not kissing in random places, but someone recommended don't leave the house without giving a kiss. Now that doesn't mean, hey, I'm going to run across to the neighbor's house, I better go get a kiss. But when you leave for work, when you come home from work, always give your spouse a kiss before you leave.
Those are good
and when you come
times
home.
to say hello and goodbye. And hugging and kissing are important.
Yeah, it just reconnects you, and that is healthy. Now, number 7 is going to be one of my favorite because this is my love language, which is touch. And I like it when you touch. I like it when you hold my hand, when you put your hand on my leg, whatever it is, and you touch me, and it's just kind of like, oh, she likes me today. When you take your foot and rub my leg, something along those lines. You did that the other day, and I just thought, oh, take note of this. This is good stuff here. But if you're on a date, this would be more for the ladies. I guess a guy could do that, but ladies, take your foot under the table and rub his leg. He will like that. If you're on a double date, what's the old phrase we always say?
Yeah, just be sure you know whose leg you're rubbing.
That's it. Find the right leg under the table before you go to rub it.
Yes,
but
that can be dangerous.
It's kind of cool. That's going to fit into number 10, and we'll talk about that in a second. But touch your spouse. Be touching. Give a kiss when they come home, or give a good hug when they come home. But be generous with that. Another way that you can flirt and reconnect with your spouse is to be generous with compliments and touch. Now that kind of goes the same way, but I mean, we're not going to be stingy with those things, whether it's holding hands in the car, walking down the street holding hands. I like doing that. One of the things that does is it helps drive away insecurities with your compliments. And what that means is not compliments in front of others like we were talking earlier, but tell your wife, hey, you look beautiful today. Tell your husband, you look so nice today. It just drives away insecurities in your relationship. Brag on your wife's body. Brag on your husband, let them know, hey, you smell really good today when they climb out of the shower, or they've got on cologne or perfume, whatever it is. You just give lots of compliments.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good point that you made, though, about the insecurities. Drive away their insecurities with your compliments and your touch, because if you're constantly, telling them how great they are, that's going to build them up. But also, if you're, holding hands in public or put your arm around them in public, those kinds of things also just say, hey, this is my man, this is my woman, and I'm proud of them.
There you go. One of the things I always enjoy, I'll throw this out here, is our folks don't know it that we're watching them, but when we go to workshops, I love watching our couples who are sitting in seats, because a lot of times when the workshop starts, I don't think they do it on purpose. They may be sitting with 3 foot in between them. Hey, give me some space. They may just barely be touching or something like that. But always by the end of the workshop, by the end of the day, where we have been talking about love and romance and reconnecting, you find these couples who have had space between them, and they've just kind of melted into one. She's all curled up under his arm, and they are just all squeezed in close. And I love seeing that. It just kind of always reassures us, hey, we've done something good today. We've done something right today. So yeah, that's a good thing. Give us another one.
Oh, another way you can flirt is with your phone.
Yes.
Send spicy text messages
Preach.
Occasionally. Yes. Usually women are, we're really good about sending messages like, did you eat yet? Did you finish your meeting? When are you going to be home? But don't always just use your phone for things like that. Use your phone to flirt with your husband. While he's at work, you send him a simple message that says, I'm planning on wearing the black lace negligee that you got me on our honeymoon. And then just wait for the impact that you make when he gets home. So.
Yeah, that's right. Just tell him, say, hey, this is what I'm planning. Send him a picture of it. Lay it out on the bed and go, I'm going to wear this tonight to bed. And he'll come home early. He'll probably come home in a good mood.
Yeah.
That's some good flirting right there. That is some good flirting right there. Use your phone to send some sweet text messages, some spicy text messages. Leah's good about doing that, and I love those. I've got several on my phone that I've screenshotted just because I thought that's good stuff right there.
And there again, we will say it, you need to make sure you're sending these to the right person.
That's true.
Because that can get you in trouble. Group chats are the worst because you're in so many of my group chats, And so your name is like just shows up first on all those group chats. And if I'm not careful, I'll just, click a group chat and send, and I've done that before.
Sounds like experience you're talking from.
Yeah, sent a little message
it was PG.
one time. It was.
PG-13.
It was not bad.
That was not bad.
But sent it to our family one, with our boys and our daughters-in-law and yeah.
Well, they know we have a healthy
the
marriage.
The boys were like, "Mom, we can't unsee that." They had to give me a hard time, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. But
that's good stuff, though.
It is. But then you got a message from a woman one time after we talked about using your phone to flirt or whatever, and she said she'd had a pretty vivid dream.
Yeah, very, very
about
vivid
her and her husband, and she
what they
said,
had done.
"I just thought the next day I would describe my dream to him in detail." And so she did that and sent it, and realized after she hit send that she had sent it to her mother-in-law.
Yes. Is that not great?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and she told me, said it's been 2 weeks, and she has not responded to that text message. But said, yes, it was a vivid dream, and I explained it in detail to my husband, thinking it was going to excite him, and said, well, at least my mother-in-law knows we have a good marriage.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good stuff right there.
So just double check
That's it.
who it's going to before you hit send.
Yep, there you go.
Yes.
Flirt secretly in a crowd. This is a good thing. If you can figure out, that's taking your foot under a table when you're
if
under
you're at a restaurant. Yes.
Rubbing his leg. Give a little bit of flirting in a crowd. I like that. That's good stuff.
Yes.
Go on a date. Man, you did that pre-marriage. You should still be going on a date now. Flirt on that date. Sit on the same side of the table. Now, we're opposite side of the table people, but every now on a date, we'll sit next to each other. And, do that. That's some good, healthy stuff. Go on a date together. Got a few more. Give us another one.
Okay. Some social media PDA, public displays of affection.
So what would that mean on social media?
So I think that would be bragging on your spouse on social media, basically.
That's it.
Yes.
That's exactly right. Throw a picture up of your spouse and go, I love him, or I married up, or something.
Yeah.
I put one up of you the other day on my Instagram that I just thought was one of the sweetest. I do that pretty regularly. I'm not patting myself on the back. I just thought, that's a sweet. Put a picture and kind of a quote up.
It was.
There's no way anybody looked at that and thought, I don't know if he likes her or not. There is nobody in this world that looked at that and thought, I don't know if he likes her or not.
Yeah.
You could not get anything but, boy, he likes her from that picture and that quote that I put up there.
Yes.
Made me
Very,
happy.
very romantic.
This next one in here is for me. I put this up there, but one of the ways that I connect with you is when you send me memes. Yes, I love memes. Sometimes we lay in bed and laugh at memes together on one of our phones of things, some cat that has done something stupid or whatever it is. I love when you've seen something and you go, this will make my husband laugh, and I've just got to share this.
Yes.
And as silly as that sounds, if 20 years ago I would have said to the world, hey, send your spouse some cute memes or some sexy marriage memes,
Right.
they'd have said, what is that?
What's a meme?
Yeah, that's exactly right. But I like it.
Laughing together is, somebody
right.
brought that up after one of our workshops recently, was that laughing together is so important, and it is, and it's healthy. And so, funny memes, that's a great way to flirt and to share some laughs together.
That's exactly right. Send some memes. Here's another one. Give him or her you ready for this? A come hither look. That's kind of an old phrase, a come hither look. How would you explain a come hither look?
Yeah, just the look.
Give them the look. That's it. Yeah.
Maybe it's a wink in public. Maybe it's a little, the kissy lips. I don't know.
Yep. When you have teenagers and you're sitting in the living room and it's 9:30 and you just kind of look at your spouse and you yawn and go, my wife and I, or your mom and I, or your dad and I are exhausted. We're going to bed,
Yes.
and that's just kind of a signal. Have those signals,
Yeah, sometimes you need code words or code phrases that you can use when you're around other people that only the two of you know what it means.
Yes, and every now and then your kids will figure it out and they just die. They throw up and then they die. But that's okay.
That's right.
Yeah. Give your spouse a real kiss. Now, when they come home, give them a kiss. Just give them a little peck. Those are great. But every now and then, give them a real kiss. Every now and then, you just kind of go, ooh, that was a real kiss.
Yeah.
There you go. Give us two more and we'll close this thing up.
Dress with the aim of getting his or her attention.
There you go.
So for men, this may be just dressing up on occasion. If you work at a job where you're always wearing, maybe overalls or whatever it is.
Work uniform.
That's right. Or, it may be the opposite. We hear a lot of times from women that say, my husband has to wear slacks and stuff like that to the office all the time. And I love to just see him in a really nice pair of jeans and his boots or whatever. So you dress with the aim to please.
Yeah. Y'all going on a date? Put on something. Get up and put on something a little nicer. Something that you're just not. Yeah, you men do that. Dress.
And girls, when we dated, we dressed with the intention of when he came to pick us up, and he saw us, he said, wow, and that was our goal, was to wow him with the way we looked. And so keep doing that in marriage. We're pretty guilty of the minute we walk in the door, we're, wanting to put on pajama pants and comfortable stuff, and that's fine, that's fine. But for dates and whatnot, dress up, put on the heels, whatever it is that makes him go, wow, do that.
Put on, I had one husband that said recently, I loved it. I don't even remember what we were talking about. We were talking about, most men are very visual.
Yes.
And they love when their wife dress up. And he made a comment on our page that stood out to me. And he said, I love my wife in leggings. He said, if that's all she wore, that would make me happy. And I thought, man, what wife wouldn't want to hear, hey, I'm good to go in leggings the rest of my life, But that was his way of going, she looks hot, And so yes. I was hoping she had seen that.
Yes.
But yeah, men are very visual, and they love seeing you girls dressed up. And so dress with the aim of getting his or her attention. That's a healthy thing to do. Lastly, another thing you can do is send something to their workplace.
Yeah. Whether it's a man or a woman.
Yeah. If it's a guy, send him your husband, send him some coffee, or drop by his place and bring his favorite cup of coffee.
There's a new place that we've discovered in Lubbock.
Okay.
And I think they have locations all over, called Crumble Cookie.
Yes.
Right? And they have these amazing cookies, and they change the kinds they have each week, and you can get boxes, of like 4 cookies or whatever, and they will actually deliver for you. And so, you can go in there and you can purchase them and write a little card, and they'll deliver those wherever you want them to go. So look up surely there's some place like that where you live that will deliver something, whether it's coffee or cookies or whatever.
Donuts.
That's right.
Donuts,
That's
people.
Right.
I would be good. You bring me donuts.
Men would love that.
Yeah, but no, guys would, and girls would love them too.
You can deliver it in person as well if there's not delivery.
Bring some flowers. You don't have to call a flower shop. Stop by a United, a Walmart, someplace that has flowers, and just show up with flowers. I guarantee you, they'll find a vase somewhere at that office to put those flowers in, and she will love that. Now, if I'm thinking, what am I going to send you that would just make you happy? I would probably bring you tacos or Mexican food. That would be okay.
That would be great.
Yeah, so you figure out what she likes and send that to them, and that will make them happy. The worst thing you can do in your marriage is get comfortable and quit doing all these little fun things. Don't get comfortable. There's just, I don't know about the ladies, but I know that there is no husband in the world that ever says, I don't like it when my wife flirts with me. That little spark in your relationship is a healthy thing. Keep that going.
Yes.
So these are all little ways that you can flirt and just keep some fire built up in your marriage and all that kind of good stuff.
Yes. Now, and when you say get comfortable, that means, of course we're comfortable with one another, but we don't want to be so comfortable that all we're doing is sitting in our chairs every night, in front of the TV.
Yeah, it's where we get lazy. Laziness kills more marriages.
Lazy.
Yeah, laziness kills more marriages than anything else does. And we don't want to get lazy in our marriage and quit doing it. We don't want the cable company marriage.
No.
What's the minimum I have to do to keep you happy?
No.
That's not what we're doing
here. We
here.
want all the extra bells and whistles. Yes, so keep flirting, keep that romance alive. keep courtship all the way through marriage.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Give that come hither look. You just gave that to me, and we're getting off of here. We got to go, folks. We're out of here. I got the look, and we'll see y'all next week.